Hey everyone, so we are doing a 100-hour inspection today. Basically changing oil, spark plugs, a bunch more stuff. There's a list I'll show you here in a second. This is a John Deere Z515E Echo. This is just a residential mower. Does a great job. I bought it about a year and a half ago. Finally put 100 hours on it. So we're gonna get some work done today. Just want to show you guys, walk around it a little bit so you can see what's going on here. And then went ahead and ordered a maintenance kit off of Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. The one for this specific mower, and there's different, you know, home maintenance kits. This one's an LG268. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this stuff. I'm gonna set it here for a second and kind of let you go through it. 100 hours, so we're gonna replace the spark plugs, the air filter, fuel filter, check the mower belt, sharpen, replace the blades. We're not gonna do that, but we're gonna check them. Clean underside of deck, check tire pressure, check engine cooling fins, and check out any debris. All this stuff is easy. I'll show you how to do it. Also, here's a little maintenance reminder sheet. Now this is printed off, both of these are printed off directly on johndeere.com. You just gotta look it up, it's right there. You can also look at it in your manual if you have one. It's not exactly the same as this, but it's pretty similar. So this one's pretty cool because it has, you just find your deck size and your mower. You go on here and it has everything you need. So it tells you all the part numbers. It also has the part number of the home maintenance kit, which is right there, LG268. That's LG268. Open up the home maintenance kit and here's everything that's in here. We got 2 spark plugs, a fuel filter, air filter, oil filter, and 2 quarts of oil. We're gonna go ahead and change the oil now. It's easy. All you need is a drain pan and mineral tools. Let me show you. Over here on the left side of the engine is a little guy right here. It's got a yellow cap on it. That's where you drain your oil at. So what we'll do is we'll pull this down and you just have to twist it off and pull it like that. So one twist and a pull, and then you just go ahead and set it down in here. And it'll start draining your oil. While that's draining, I'm not going to sit here and do nothing. I'm going to do everything else. So we're going to take the air filter off, and you got these 2 little caps here on the end. Pull off, grab the old filter out, and this is what a filter is going to look like a dirty one. And that's what the paper filter on the inside is going to look like. This is pretty old. This is 100 hours. I cleaned it, at 50 hours, but now we're changing it. Same filter, side by side, and also it just pops right in here. So before we do that, though, we're going to clean up in here just so we a little bit more thorough about this. Just pops right in here like this. That's it. It's that easy. Go ahead and put this cover back on. Like I said, there's just 2 little wing nuts here, wing nut type things. We're gonna go ahead and lift the seat up, move this bar. I'm gonna come in from this side, and all you need is a pair of pliers, and you just back off these clamps like this, and then you just pull it out. It might be on there a little bit tight because the clamps have been on for a while, but you just gotta pull pretty hard. And then make sure you lift this up if there's any gas in here so it doesn't come out. Here's your fuel filter. That's what it looks like right there. And how we're going to put this on is gas is going to come in through here and then filter out and then come out. So you want this side facing the engine and this side facing the gas tank. So engine side, gas tank side. Then go ahead, reinstall those clamps back. Here's something to note as well. Under the seat on this specific machine, you have your maintenance intervals or service intervals, and it basically tells you like every so many hours, daily, yearly, 50 hours, 100 hours, 200 hours, tells you what you need to do. So it's kind of nice to have this on here. Next we're going to do the spark plugs, and you're going to have a spark plug wire over here and a spark plug wire over here, and that's where your spark plugs are. The socket you're going to need is going to be, you're going to need a deep well socket. You're going to want a 5/8 inch socket. I'll let you grab the old sockets and the new sockets and compare them, make sure they're the same size, the same gap, all that good stuff. And they are. Then go ahead and put that cap back on and you're done. And then, repeat the process for the next one. Oil is done draining, so we're going to go ahead and move this over here, the drain pan, and then we're going to disconnect the oil filter. And it's going to be a little bit messy, so just keep that in mind. Just do it fast. It's going to come up, it's going to drain everywhere. And there's your oil filter. And we're going to go ahead and just put this down here in the pan. Going to take the oil filter out, look at it, make sure there's no debris on the O-ring. And then grab some fresh oil, poke a hole or put my finger in there and lube up this O-ring a little bit. Basically just get a fresh bead of oil on here, and that's just going to help it seat a little bit better. And hand tighten it down. Want it pretty tight, but you don't want to put a wrench on here or anything like that. It's unnecessary to do that. And that's good enough. We're going to come back over here and put the cap back on this drain line. And then seat it back in its position, which is right here. And just pull it up and it stays there. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to tighten up this oil. I'm going to grab a rag. I'm going to clean up around this oil cap. That way whenever I put oil in here, no debris falls in. And now we'll go ahead and remove this. And we'll do it again, but this time we're going to definitely make sure nothing goes in there. Alright, now we're going to put some oil in here. So grab a funnel and just, we're going to put all 2 quarts in here. Next, we're going to check the tire pressure. Now it's 10 in the back and 15 in the front for this model, and generally that information is going to be on this little plate right here under the seat. If not, you can just look it up. And then there's also a max tire pressure. You don't want to put it to the max though. So this one's 12. We're going to let some air out. And if you have aftermarket tires, they're going to be different than what it says on the plate. We're going to get one of these little digital air pressure gauges. They're pretty cool, and they make fast work of it. All right, now we're underneath this mower, and we're gonna just check the belt and make sure it looks good. And I've already kind of looked it over and it looks fine. I like to just look at this, and you can replace it if it's frayed or anything like that, or if it looks like it's having any issues. I haven't had any issues with this at all, so I call that good. We're underneath the mower deck, and I'm kind of just giving it a quick little inspection. It's hard to see under here with no light, but what it wants you to do under here is to clean out the underside of the deck, which we're going to do. And then it has you sharpen the blades. Now I got 2 new blades on here, and the other one I sharpened, so I'm not gonna redo it again. I check that stuff on the regular. That's not a 100-hour inspection for me. That's like a weekly type thing. And then also it tells you to level out the deck. I'm not gonna do that here because I haven't had any issues with deck leveling. Now if you want to level your deck, you just got to do it like right here, and over here. You just loosen these up. It's pretty easy to do. You can figure that out on your own if you need to do it. But you want to make sure the underside of this deck is clean. You'll have grass, you know, get stuck on here. Just get yourself a putty knife. If you have a pressure washer, that works too. But you can see me, I'm pulling this stuff off. It's falling down. That is going to bog down your mower if you don't get that on the regular, or if you constantly mow in wet conditions. It's just going to keep sticking on there, and it's going to cause this mower to not operate as it should. The last thing it wants you to do is check your engine cooling fins, and they're going to be in here. This is your fan, so this is what sucks in all that grass, and this is your grass guard, your leaf guard. So you can take off these 4 bolts, and then down in there you can see. I can see through here, so I'm not going to do anything here. There's a little bit of grass here, nothing ridiculous. What you're looking for down here on these blades is if there's any kind of buildup of mud or anything like that, and if there is, you want to take this off and clean those out. So as you can see, this is all the old grass and the mud and stuff I pulled off of here. Now, having this on here is going to definitely decrease the efficiency of your mower, so make sure you do this on the regular. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is, I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'm going to grab the pressure washer. I'm going to pressure wash this whole thing down. I like to do that every few months as well, just to make sure I keep it clean. And then I'm not going to mow because it's still kind of wet out. It's the morning time, and there's still dew all over the grass, and I really don't feel like mowing in that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.